Okay, thank you everyone for coming today. This is a Q&A for the film Immaculate. This is actually a US premiere, so we're very thankful to be the first in the country to show the film. We are joined today by lead actress Ana Dumitrașcu. She studied acting at the National University of Theatre and Film Karagiali in Bucharest. And her performance in Immaculate has received a lot of praise, and the film has been shortlisted for the Best International Feature Film at the 2023 Academy Awards. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that it gets selected. Unfortunately, we are not joined today by one of the co-directors, George. He was supposed to come, but he wasn't able to make it. Just letting everyone know in case they had some questions for him. And this discussion will be moderated by Ioana Uricaru. She's a filmmaker, scholar, and college professor. And her work as a director and writer-director has been included in the official selections at Cannes, Sundance, Berlin, Tribeca, and AFI film festivals. And just wanted to mention that Immaculate is available to stream online through November 27th. So if you feel like watching it again, I think it's always great to rewatch things, rewatch films. You always, find some little nuggets that you missed the first time around. So thank you for joining us for the Q&A.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, and thank you for organizing. I want to congratulate the ARCS for this fantastic event and for managing to hold in there for 10 years now, no? I think the last time, or like the first time we collaborated.
Yeah, you were in Seattle. Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, it was the first year, I think, and you had a lot of enthusiasm, and look, it paid off. It's a fabulous event, and
thank you.
I want to congratulate you. It's amazing. You're doing so much for Romanian cinema and for Romanians and for Romanian Americans.
Thank you. Nice to hear that.
It's true. So yeah, thank you, Ana. May I call you Ana? We don't know each other. We're waiting for now. We've been introduced sort of virtually. Thank you for joining us, and I want to congratulate you as well for such a tour de force, sort of fabulous performance that just holds the whole movie together. It's really a very impressive feat. Yeah, it's something that I can't wait to talk to you about. So I'm just gonna dive in with my first question and personal curiosity. I read in some interviews that some of the directors' interviews that you hadn't seen the final product, the final film before the premiere in the Venice Film Festival. And I actually read the interview with Monica, who was saying that you were watching the movie and laughing the whole time. So I just wanted if you could share with us a little bit, if you remember the feelings of that moment and your emotions and anything you want to say about that moment.
Well, first of all, thank you a lot for what you said about my performance. I mean, it's very rewarding for me to hear something like this. Well, we went to Venice as a group, and we didn't see each other too much since we finished the filming. So we went there as friends more than a group of filmmakers. And we kind of bonded each other there, watching the movie for the first time and remembering the scenes. And most of them, of course, were hard, but Monica had this amazing technique to work that involved a lot of, how do I say?
Say it in Romanian, I'll try to translate.
Improvisation. I didn't even remember in Romania, so in Romanian. Yeah, so she did a lot of improvisation with us. So we kind of bonded through this playful kind of work technique. So yeah, we managed to be friends before being actors. So being there and seeing the scenes, remembering how we did them in this kind of technique through improvisation, it was really funny. And of course, the Romanian humor that is very present in the movie of course, this kind of humor may not translate in English or in other languages, but for us, it was very funny. So yeah, and it was very emotional for me to watch my face for 2 hours for the first time. I mean, this was my first important work, important project. So yeah, it was very overwhelming for me to work, but of course, to see it at the Venice Film Festival, it was a lot of pressure. I was thinking a lot about how I could destroy everything because my acting could have been worse. And yeah, it was very emotional for me, but also very funny. And I really, really love the cast and crew of this movie. It was amazing.
Were you surprised by anything? Did anything seem like not what you imagined, or were you surprised because the way you shot it was not what you imagined was going to be on the screen?
Yeah, actually, I didn't know that they filmed everything in this format, in this very
3x4, yeah.
yeah. And I also didn't know that everything was I mean, everything was so close up, and everything was very, very close to my face. Of course, I knew we shoot something, but we also had in the filming process some, I don't know, American, cum zic la, când se filmate american.
A cowboy shot, yes.
Yeah, cowboy shots,
Cowboy
exactly.
shot.
Yeah, we also had something like that, but they didn't go in the editing, and I didn't know about it. I'm actually didn't know anything about. I didn't see not even a still before I saw the film. So yeah.
You never looked at the video assist during the shoot?
No, we weren't allowed. We
Never?
weren't allowed. Monica didn't want us to see. Yeah. And there were some professional actors there. I mean, all of them were professional actors. Me too, but I was still in the university when I shoot the film. But they were very interested in seeing the video assist while filming, and they weren't allowed to. So yeah, Monica was very strict about it, and I'm glad she was. Yeah.
Do you think that some of that, the way you said it now, that there were, let's say, older or more seasoned actors on set, and you were less seasoned?
I still am compared to them.
Does that parallel a little bit the relationship between the characters in the film, where she's also this young woman that's being protected by this group of older men who want to, who are more experienced in the life that they have inside?
Actually, no, I don't think so, because in my personal life, I am not at all like that. Yeah. Yeah. And I managed to be friends with them before being professional actors, or I actually respected them a lot. I still respect them a lot, but as actors, and I knew them from theater plays, from other films, and I respected them a lot. And I was so overwhelmed that I managed to work with them at such a young age. But at the same time, when I started to work with them, I don't know, it kind of started to be a very good connection. Also, Monica helped a lot with that because we did a lot of games, and yeah. So no, I don't think this.
How many shooting days did you have, or how many weeks?
39.
39 days.
I think so. Yeah. Or
That's quite a bit. It's a lot of days.
yeah, and also a lot of rehearsals. But this helped a lot. Like it's very, 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 very important to rehearse. And the casting process was 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we managed to. I mean, I personally started to know Daria and started to know Monica as well, because the story is based on personal stories of Monica's. So I started to build the character since I was in the casting process, which was 3 months. So I had time, a lot of time to think about the character.
Yeah, I understand that you had a lot of stages in this casting process that you read with your, the people who were to become your partners. You read with a group of them, and then you also read alone, and it was a very long casting.
Yeah, I was so stressed in that period because I didn't get the phone call to tell me, yeah, you don't get the part, fuck off, And I don't know, I really wanted Daria. It was a character that from the first reading of the script, I knew that I really know how to do this character, and I really love the character. But I was also very, very stressed, and I really wanted that phone call to tell me, you got the part, you do not got the part, so I can sleep well. Yeah.
It must be very stressful. I mean, as a director, to ask an actor so many times to keep coming back and keep doing more auditioning, basically, without giving them an answer, is quite a big ask. It's a
But it was very helpful at the same time, because I started to propose different versions of Daria, and which with every casting, with every audition, I started putting more or taking back something. So I built, every time I went to an audition, I built something a little bit different. So Monica would give me an answer. And the funny thing is that for the final audition in August, I had a conversation with her, and she told me that she wanted something similar with what I did in the first audition. Mm-hmm. So I erased everything from my mind, and I just tried to do because the first audition, I did something very instinctual, something that I thought from just reading the script and thinking about how I myself was at 18 years old. So then for that last audition, I did the same. Yeah.
Do you think you did the same, or was it already kind of doing the same thing after you've been through a process? So it was a little different.
I think the process was also important, because this is actually a technique to learn a lot of stuff about the character, like constructing their story and their background, and then just forgetting what you learned about the character and just trying to be instinctual about it. And this is actually a very good process. And yeah, probably that learning process left something in my last edition. Yeah,
some layer there.
Yeah.
I have more questions, but I also want to open it to anybody else. I don't want to monopolize. We can talk for a long time.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who wants to ask Ana anything?
Yes, I will have a question. Actually, I have more, but I will start with what was the most challenging aspect of playing Daria? Because you said that you prepared so carefully and you went through different stages of building Daria as a character. And I also felt watching the film, I was amazed by how subtle your acting was. And I felt like you must have gone through some challenging moments and you must have gone through some very rewarding moments. Can you share that with us, Anna?
The rewarding moments of building the character and the challenging moments. Actually, regarding the audition, I had to cry for the last audition, also for another ones, but this was the last, and I knew it was the last. And it was that scene with the rape scene with Spartak, my first meeting with him. And I know how to cry on cue, but at the same time, I can't cry for many times. Like if I have to cry for 10 times, maybe the 11th won't be that good. And that, yeah. So I was very stressed because I knew I had to do a lot of takes for this last audition and also for the filming, because this was a very challenging moment. And I know a lot of actors told me, and they are still telling me, that crying is the easiest thing that you can do. But for me personally, because I know how to do it technically, but I don't want to do it like that, because I know and I can see for an actor when he does that. And I don't want to do that. I want it to be very, I don't know, emotionally and authentic, and to come from the right place, not from a technical place. So I really wanted to be like that. So both for the audition and both for the filming, I prepared that weeks. Like I was crying every day for like 10 minutes, thinking about something, so I could find that place where I started crying and use that for the filming. Yeah. So that was probably because it affected in a way my mental health, but at the same time, it's very, I don't know, it helps you understand something about yourself and your process of crying and your process of dealing with emotions. Yeah, it's therapeutic, but at the same time, it can be stressful. Yeah, that was something challenging, but also, that scene with the bucket full of water that they throw in my head and they start telling me whore and everything. We had one take for that because we didn't have time to shoot it one more time, because I had to blow dry my hair and it would be very time consuming. So we had one take for that. So Monica told me that she doesn't want me to cry, but because Daria doesn't want them to see or to hear her crying. So I just have to, I don't know, put all these emotions that I have in my facial expression, but it has to be minimal and like I don't exist there. Like I want to, I don't know, disappear from that space. So they cannot hear me, they cannot see me. And I had one take. So yeah, it was very stressful in a way because I really wanted to do it so Monica would be satisfied, and at the same time I cannot see what you see on the camera in general. Even if we think about that film or in theater, or speaking about theater or other films, when I personally don't look at video assist, I cannot see what I'm doing, so I can only hope for the best. Yeah, this was challenging, and rewarding, and I don't know. I managed to be friends with Monica, which is one of my. Monica is one of my best friends right now, and I love her very much. And talking with her and knowing about her experience and the way she does film is amazing. I cannot explain you how talented she is and how naturally good she is at working with an actor. Is amazing. It's really amazing. And yeah, that was the rewarding part for real, working with her and working with this amazing technique and that she has, that is so different from everything that I worked at. Yeah.
I was wondering about, was there any departure from the screenplay that you read initially for the auditions? Did it change a lot? With all this improvisation, were there changes made to the script, to the dialogue?
Not as much as you'd think, because we worked through improvisation, but not an improvisation based on our lines. We kind of, I mean, she gave us the situation in the script, and she started throwing questions and situations and things that could change in these parameters. But then when we started shooting, we kept the lines and the situation and everything. I mean, we just tried different things based on that situation, but then because she wanted us to create something in between us, but then we kept the lines and we kept everything that she wrote there. The only one that the only character and the only actor that changed a lot his lines is Vasile Pavel Digudai, Spartak, because she really wanted him to keep his Roma authenticity and Roma language that he has, but the structure of the lines was the same. So yeah, I mean, the plot and the lines and where he would go with the character is the same, but he would only change I don't know, names, or he had also a lot of bad words. Yeah, that he made them authentically. So yeah.
Yeah, the scenes that you have with him, there are two scenes that have been noticed a lot by film reviewers and film critics. Your first encounter, and then the scene, the chocolate scene. And I was wondering about the chocolate scene and about how much
chocolate I ate.
How was the length of it decided? Or I mean, I know that the director decides when to say cut, but I was wondering if there were many takes, if it was supposed to be shorter and then got longer, or if it was supposed to be longer and got short. Like I'm just wondering about the dynamic of that scene, if you can speak to that.
Well, everyone actually wanted to remove the scene, not Monica, of course, but everyone told her that what we did scene it's very bad, and she really wanted.
I want to know who is everyone.
George, people from the crew, Andrei, actors. Everyone told her that this scene is not so important, or
what did you think? What did you think about the scene?
I actually I don't I don't like to speak about the script because I think it could be a sensible subject for the director. So.
No, but I mean, were you one of the people who thought, you know, what's up with this scene, or no?
Yeah, I thought about the importance of the scene because we had a lot of scenes that could unveil this relationship between Spartak and Daria and the toxic nature of the relationship. And this was not like the worst scene of all. It was just a scene for me. Yeah, but I didn't comment anything. I don't comment in general about the script. Yeah, I ate a lot of chocolate. I think like 4 or 5 takes, something like that. But eating the chocolate was not the hard part, even though all of us were on a strict diet because we had to lose weight to look more like heroin addicts. All of us, but not Spartak and not Costea, Cezar Gumăzescu and Vasile Pavel, they didn't have to diet. But the rest of us, we diet a lot and we lost a lot of weight during the process. Yeah, eating the chocolate was kind of messed up with my stomach in that day because I was eating very little for the character. And the scene itself was actually fun to do because this was one of the scenes that really connected me with Vasile Pavel in a way that other scenes didn't. Most of the scenes with him were very abusive. We had to be very strict and very focused on what we had to do. But at this scene, he was very playful. He was, haha, let's do the scene. Let's give you chocolate. Of course, I had to stay focused, but I managed to know him through these scenes, through these playful scenes. And he's a wonderful man and a wonderful actor. So, yeah.
We have a question. Yes, sir.
I thought it was a very effective scene, but it made me very uncomfortable because it was so controlling. And all I could think of is like force feeding a goose to make it have a fatty liver for foie gras. It made me really uncomfortable. So it wasn't pleasant to watch, but it was very effective in terms of, I think, what it was trying to convey. So I'm glad that whoever thought it should go out, I'm glad they didn't win the argument. Yeah,
I'm glad it stayed too. And I saw that a lot of people wrote about this scene and yeah, I was surprised. I didn't know it could be so powerful.
It was.
Thank you.
Ma'am, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ana. Thank you so much for your performance. It really was so powerful and subtle. But I wanted to say, I think only you are the only actress who could have made that scene. And so we felt so vulnerable. We felt your vulnerability. We felt, I mean, your eyes, your hand motions, everything was you there. Another actress wouldn't have pulled off that scene so effectively as you did. So thank you for that. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, and you just innately, your performance, you know, I felt at first kind of annoyed because that character kept giving up. Like where was her will? Well, of course, that's the thing with junkies, right? Where was your will? But then your lack of will opened this conduit for seeing the humanity in the other characters. And that was pure alchemy. And again, that was your eyes, your gestures, I just can't imagine another actress who could have done that. So bravo, that was really, it was pure alchemy and skill. Of course, it's skill. You've worked on many years to hone your craft, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Speaking of the future, have you been approached by other directors in Romania or outside Romania?
Yeah, but actually I went to some auditions where they really liked me, but I was either too young or too old
Oh,
for. But yeah, but they wrote me that they really liked me, so I managed to started working on a project with a young filmmaker, Andrei Șanțiu, and it's an experimental short movie. And I also went to Sarajevo Film Festival in their talent campus, and there I met a director, and well, I will start shooting with him on a mini series, something. His name is Cezar Lazar, and yeah, nothing for the moment, but I did a short movie that was awarded at the Transylvania Film Festival in Romania. Its name is Casa Noastră, Our Home. So yeah, I did short movies, but nothing, not a feature for the moment. And yeah, I'll wait for it. I just casted for a feature for a leading female, and the director, it is also a female director, really loved me and my audition and everything, but I am waiting for her reply for the moment.
well, my prediction is you're going to be internationally famous. So I feel so lucky to have this opportunity to actually speak with you directly. Thank you, Arts.
I hope so. I really hope. But yeah, I think in our industry, not in Romania, but in general, you need a lot of hard work and a lot of luck also. And I had that luck with the Immaculate for me meeting with Monica and working on the project. But it's a very, I don't know, it's frightening. You don't know what's next, and of course this is a great opportunity, and I hope people will see me and will want to work with me. I want to work everything. Yeah, I really wanted an agent for now. Yeah, I'm really interested in working with an agent, but yeah, for now I didn't manage to know someone. Yeah.
I wanted to ask, because you said, that you want to do everything and, work extensively. And a small question that I like to ask of actors is there like a role in a existing movie that you would have loved to play? Any movie, history of cinema? Yeah.
Yeah, there are some parts that one of them, I know it can be intriguing to say this, but I would love to play in Love by Gaspar Noé. Yeah, okay. I would have loved to play in that movie. Because, I mean, not for the... I know what people are thinking when I am saying love, but not for that, but because of the way Gaspar is working with actors and for the way I heard that he worked for that project especially. There is a movie that was presented at the Cannes Film Festival last year, The Worst Person in the World.
Yeah.
Yeah, the leading female, that she made an incredible job there, but I would have loved to play that part. It's an incredible movie, and yeah, I would love to play almost anything. I think sometimes that I can see something special in every character that I read in a script or in a theater play. I really love my job. Yeah.
You do theater as well, right?
Yeah. Right now I'm working more as a theater actress than a film actress. That's why maybe film is not working very well. But yeah.
What are you playing on stage right now?
Right now I had a premiere at Bobby Pricop, which is a theater director in Romania. based at the National Theatre. The name of the play is Super Glue by Tim Crouch. He's a playwright, a modern playwright, and he wrote this play last year, and this play is about the climate change and how climate change is affecting our lives and how we should start changing the way we're viewing plastic and everything. And I play there an old woman with dementia, but not in the way that I wear makeup like an old woman. We as young actors we are playing old people, but we are just representing the situation and their problems, and old people are staying on the stage representing us, just some avatars of us. And we're just playing the situation and they're just impersonating us in a way. Yeah, it was very challenging, this part with this female with dementia, because I think you have, in a way, to forget everything what you're doing, but at the same time, acting is a very strict way of doing. You have to learn everything to know where you, especially theater, you really have to know where you are, where you have to go, where you're staying, what lines you have in that moment. But playing dementia, you have to forget everything, so it looks real. Yeah. And I studied a lot of women with dementia for this part. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to say that the Romanian actors in general, I mean, the ones I worked with have impeccable technique, and they are doing really fantastic things, and it looks like they're improvising, but they're actually on the text, perfectly matching the text and the direction.
Yeah, Romanian actors are great, are amazing. Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
Any other questions from? Because I have one more question, but I just wanted to check and see. I'm just very curious about this notion of working with two directors, about co-directing, and about how does that actually work, if you can share from your perspective.
I don't think it was a co-directing in the usual way, because Monica was very experimented as a script writer, not as much as a director. So she kind of started working with George to know about the film technique, about how he can, how she can immerse the camera into characters' feelings and everything. So he teached her. Oh, sorry, I have a dog.
I can relate. I have a 3-year-old. He does the same. I sometimes have to stop conversations with him.
Sorry. I have a dog, and she is enthusiastic because my boyfriend came home. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so what was I saying?
The two directors, yeah.
Yeah. So she learned from him how to express everything she wanted through camera. But also he helped her to understand the techniques and to understand how she can put her script and made him into a movie. Most of the acting direction was made by her, not by
this is very interesting. Yeah.
I think something happened.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Joanna, your questions are wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Don't
It's just my
hesitate.
curiosity. I just want to know all these things.
Don't hesitate. Keep asking.
Yeah. That's a very nice shot we have there. With the back. Okay, so I just wanted to say it's very interesting because, you know, there's this notion, which might be a very antiquated or stupid notion, but there's a notion that there are two kinds of directors who are good with actors and directors who are good with visuals. Like some directors are into, you know, camera movements, how it looks, how, you know, all kinds of, you know, everything that has to do with the visual and the way you explore and the way you frame and the way you compose and all that. And other directors are just interested in working with actors. And not that the two are mutually exclusive, but I think just statistically, it turns out that, you know, the directors who are good, very good with one thing, prefer to focus on that and you know, try to have somebody else to take care of the other part.
Yeah,
so
I think they complemented each other in this way. But at the same time, I don't think Monica ever wanted something aesthetically pleasing for the movie. She wasn't, I don't think she was ever focused on that. She really wanted to capture the emotion and the connection that we tried to make there in the movie between the characters. Not as much, even though George and Andrei Ioana are amazing camera operators. They're really, really good. And they did something amazing with Immaculate, but at the same time, I don't think this was the main point for the film. Yeah.
well, I mean, I don't want to speculate too much, but probably there's a reason why Monica partnered up with George. You can see his style from Adina's film, previous movie. There's something of that style in Immaculate. So yes, as I said, there's probably a reason why she wanted to partner up. Maybe that that clinical coldness and like sparseness and analytical, that very analytical way of looking and kind of analytical and cruel in a way, in the sense that it's not embellished, you know, just like so that's probably part of his style, because this is like now the second time I see this from him, so I assume that yeah, and
at the same time, I don't think he had a very strong opinion about what a female character would do in a situation. So Monica and him had a lot of conversation about Daria and about her behavior, but I don't think he ever tried to trespass on Monica's belief about the character. Of course, this is probably because it was Monica's story. It was based on Monica's story. So yeah, probably he didn't want to change anything about this.
I also have a question about makeup, because I noticed that there's a progression or a development of the way your face looks like from the beginning to the end. There's kind of like a change in the texture of your face and the sort of the smoothness of the face, the color even kind of changes from beginning to end. I was just wondering if that was, obviously it was intentional, everything is intentional, but I wonder if there was a conversation about that. What was the plan? How did that happen?
Yeah, I actually had a lot of acne back in the days when I shoot Immaculate, and of course my ego was very hurt because I would star in a movie full of acne and everything. But it helped a lot because Monica wanted Daria to have acne on her face because she was young, and also she was a heroin addict, and most heroin addicts have not acne, but because they're pinching their face a lot. And so for the first part of the movie, makeup was intended to accentuate my acne and my dark circles. And I also have my hair. I wasn't allowed to wash my hair for the whole movie because they wanted the hair to be as gross and no beautiful at all. So yeah, I wasn't allowed to wash my hair, and they also put a lot of oil in my hair. Heroin addicts, because of the withdrawals, they cum zic când transpiră foarte mult?
They sweat a lot.
Yeah, they sweat a lot. They sweat a lot, so even if you wash your hair, you still have a lot of oil in your hair and on your face. So yeah, they put a lot of makeup on my face to look worse than I normally would look like. And then as the thing in the clinic, as the time in the clinic would go, they would start making my face look a little bit better, but the hair would still be very bad. Yeah, I had my struggles with that. I have to to be honest about this. I was a little bit stressed about me being not beautiful in a movie. I was 20 years old. I was very young. I had my problems in my head with that. Yeah.
I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but to me, it looked like the acne itself kind of cleared up during the shoot. Maybe
Yeah.
all that dieting probably.
Well, no, it didn't. They just accentuated it at the beginning of the movie,
Okay.
and then they started to put a little foundation and everything. Yeah, yeah, but it was still. I hate it. But it helped, and I really think this is something that people tell me a lot about my characters, that I really change, like my face changes a lot in very different ways in different characters, and I don't look like myself in either of them, and can someone understand it? But it's also because I was taught in school that you have to change everything from your walking, your posture, the way you're using makeup, the way you're putting your hair. You have to change everything because you're another character. So I try to do that and start from that with every character I do. Yeah, and with Daria, I had this very slouching position where she's always like that, and I had this very slow walking. My hair was I scratched my hair a lot because heroin addicts also have a lot of how do I say, when it's, yeah, it's your skin it's very itchy.
Oh,
so
it's
you have
itchy,
to scratch. Yeah, so you have to scratch a lot. I also destroyed my hair in that scene when I brushed my hair very violently. I broke a lot of my hair from that scene. Yeah, but I don't know. It's something that I kind of regret after a scene like that, because oh my God, I don't have hair now. So what do I do when I finish the filming? But at the same time, I can't do the scene if I don't do that thing, or I think it's not natural and not. Monica wanted me to be violent with my hair because it's the start of the transformation of her and the start of she remembering who she is and starting to have more power. So it had to be like that. So even though I regretted in a very personal and egomaniac way, I wanted this for the character. So yeah.
You are a professional.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you.
Yes. I know it's very late in Romania, and I think that we have had quite a privilege to talk to Ana, and she's been very generous with her time. I'm sure the doggy and your boyfriend are waiting for you.
My boyfriend is actually Cezar Grumăzescu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we weren't together when we filmed.
And he didn't want to come and say hi since he's there.
I can ask him if you want.
Please
just a second.
Yeah. Tell him his fans are here.
Yeah, this is a privilege, truly.
Yeah.
The dog too.
How old is Ana now? How old is, do you
don't
know? You don't know how old Ana is now?
I don't know.
I presume 23.
Hey everyone.
Hey, hi.
Hey.
We just wanted to say hi and to congratulate you for your
Thank
wonderful
you.
performance.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't prepare for this. I just came from the theater. I had the show this night.
Okay, it's very sweet of you to indulge us.
Reunited.
Yeah, for part 2 live.
What happened after you got out of the facility?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having our movie at the festival.
Yeah.
No, thank you for giving us these wonderful performances. I guess we have really gotten a lot from you. So I think it's time to let you. And my voice is starting to falter too, like I can't talk anymore.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and congratulations again for the movie.
Thank
And
you.
good luck. Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank you all
hope.
for coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
wonderful.
Bye.
Bye, guys, and thank you.
Howdy.